So tonight I'm just making some mug bodies going into the new year. I didn't have a chance to see my son's teacher before Christmas, so one of these will be for her. It's his preschool teacher that he just loves so much. Sorry, I tend to put my hand here, but block your view a little bit. Just never my intention. I'm just cutting out some extra clay from the top. Right now it's a massive mug, but my clay shrinks about 12%. So it'll still be oversized, but it won't be this big when all is said and done. So I'm gonna try and put a little foot on it if I have enough room. So that's a little belly mug all done. Put it in my greenhouse behind me. Get the next one going. I've only prepped 6 pieces of clay for tonight, so that's what we'll do. And because I am looking at the wheel and not the screen, I apologize if I miss any comments. Okay. Number 2. I have to put my son to bed soon, so I'm trying to kind of just rattle right through these. This one comes up pretty easy. So a trick if you don't have a good fit between your master bat and the insert is I just like take out some slip, put it in here. That'll usually help it stick a little bit better. We'll see. If it doesn't have a good stick, it'll pop right off as I pull, so. Again, I don't, because I'm looking at the wheel and not my screen, I apologize if I don't address any comments. Raise the middle of that belly up a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I got 3 more to do. This one's got an air bubble in it. See if we can pop it. Okay. She's a little wonky. Should probably slow down my wheel, but never. I'm a pedal to the metal kind. Probably cost me more time, but whatever. I find it more fun. Okay, now I'm gonna check if the walls are even. Then I'll start shaping. Push out at the bottom, go up, go back in. Comb it to refine the shape more. So you can't see it, but on the other side, I just take my finger to shape it. It's just I can't, because the wheel's coming in this direction, I'm gonna catch my finger. So that's why I do it on this side. And if I want a more perfected shape, I can take my metal rib and bend it, push along the side and push from the inside out, or just push on the outside. A skirt, make a foot. And then what I do is when I trim, that's where I spoop as I gouge it. I start here and I trim in and then I shape it. That way it's nice and flush with the foot. So it looks like weird right now, but it'll look better once trimmed. And I don't really trim the rims once they're dry. I usually just do the bottoms and the sides. So usually at this point, if I feel the lip is too big, I'll take some extra off with this. That way, nobody likes a like thick ceramic lip hitting them on the teeth when they go to drink, so you have to consider that. And then these pottery bats aren't supposed to sit in water or get like drenched. So I just let them dry out on their own. That way they don't warp. And then just clean them right here. pushed it right off the wheel. And I gotta make sure it's back down. I can be a little aggressive. So I just gotta make sure it's back to center. Okay, there we go. And now make a hole in the center. I have these long nails, so it's kind of hard to make the hole normally the way I usually do. Compress the bottom. You want to pull it out wider than you think. If anyone saw my live last night, I totally screwed up 2 massive bowls. And that was kind of my issue, is I didn't pull the base wide enough. So it wasn't big enough to support the huge bowl. Posted a recap in my profile. If you want to see my screw up, feel free to take a look. Going in. Sorry, I keep putting my hand there. Alright, let's see if I can get a little more height. Get some of this extra clay from the bottom. Okay. Clean up the water. Going in the top. Even though it flares back out, coating the top back in gives it more stability. And more control of the rim. If you let it continue to just flare out and flare out and flare out, it's just gonna get wonky on you, thin out too much. So bringing it back in thickens it again. Okay. I'm going to use my rib on this one, if I have it, just to refine it a little bit. I don't want the belly to be a little bit more extreme. There we go. And then count it in again. Again, on this one, the lip is a little thick. Try and get some of that extra. There we go. When you do stuff to the inside, always support the outside, so what I'm doing isn't necessarily proper. on hands. Okay. Clean the wheel. Oh, I got some standing water in there. If you leave water in, it's going to take forever to dry. Dries super uneven. You're going to get cracks. And it makes the bottoms, it just kind of eats away at it. Yeah, a mug there. All right, one more. And just so you guys are aware, I've said it a couple times, but because I'm looking at the wheel, I'm not looking at my screen for comments. And frankly, I don't have my glasses on. So I apologize if I'm not responding to anyone. But I am just making some mugs tonight. I didn't get to see my son's teacher or her like classroom assistant before Christmas. So 2 of these will go to them. I'd rather give them a late gift than no gift because he loves them. They're awesome. It's a preschool teacher. So tonight, I think within about 20 minutes, I was able to get 6 mug bodies thrown, which is pretty decent time for throwing, but there's so much more to making a mug. I have to trim it, attach the handle. The handle takes me longer than the throwing part. And then fire it the first time. After it comes out of the first fire, then I gotta glaze it, and I don't do dip glazes. I hand paint everything. Which I probably should do. Start doing dip glazes this year. Save me some time, more time back with the family. Oh, jeez. I just totally gouged with my finger. Yeah, this one's gonna be massive. Alright, let's cone this top in before it gets a little too wild. All these are made from Laguna's B-Mix. 1 1/4 pounds. And it's pretty stiff, so I'm able to stretch it pretty good. If it was soft, I wouldn't be able to get this kind of height. Straight from the bag. I'm going to try and belly it out a little bit more. So I'm going to use my rib. Get a little bit better shape to it. One thing to consider with pottery on the wheel, you're making it from above. So you can't always get like a really good shape. Even when you lean all the way over, if you start doing that, then you're pulling your clay. You might pull it too much. So sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to use a rib. All right, let's see. That was my fault for not re-wetting the outside and just running off friction. But we might be able to save it. Who knows? So this is where you just kind of go slow over that part. Okay. Let's introduce this rib that just betrayed us. Telling you, it can't always be great nights at the wheel. This one random spot. Okay. Let's see what I can do to make it a little bit better. I'll likely mess it up more, but worth a shot. Let's see. Let me try my wooden rib. Might be a mistake, but we'll find out. Okay. I think that spot's just gonna have a little bulge to it. I mean, is it saved? Yeah. Do I like it? No. Is it worth saving? Not really. Because trying to trick through that's going to be a nightmare. It's already thin. So we'll just redo it another time. Another night. Add her to my ever-growing pile of clay that I need to reclaim. I have a massive... So yesterday I messed up 2 enormous bowls that were 6 pounds each. So I've got 12 pounds over there just drying out a little bit so I can re-wedge it. Now I get to add 1.25 pounds to it. So it's all part of it. But let me go put this over with the other stuff. At least that mug in the back is pretty. And put this bad boy away. Turn this one off. But yeah, at least I got 5 cute ones. I guess that's good, right? Well, thank you guys for watching. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Have a good night.